Good morning, shalom, and greetings to you, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ. Let us dive into the word. Now, about a year ago, I took my wife to a movie, and um, this movie was some sort of science fiction movie. So I convinced her, saying that there's one famous actor acting in the movie, and that she will know that actor. So that's how I persuaded her to come for the movie with me. So we sat down, and halfway through the movie, she asked me like, where's that actor? Have they shown him? And I said that yeah, he was there earlier. Didn't you see him? Like you didn't notice him and all? And then she said she did not. After a while, they showed the actor again. Now I pointed out and I told her like, yeah, see, that's the man there. And she was like, that's him. Why does he look so different? Why does he look inside out? She said. Now the character that the actor played was some sort of like alien looking villain, and his skin looked like it was peeled off, and you could see the flesh, something like the flesh beneath lah. And he was like glowing. There were scars and glowing like a fire. It was completely different from what he looks like. So she said, why he looks like inside out, like he was uh, de-skinned and only the flesh is exposed. And when she said that he looked inside out, and she said that he's unrecognizable. And but in today's gospel, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, that line, inside out, he looks inside out and he's unrecognizable. It struck me when I read today's gospel. Jesus says something very similar. He said, you Pharisees, you clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside you are full of greed and wickedness. You are dirty inside. you know so the question that Jesus is asking today is, right, what do you look like on the inside? See, many of us are very careful about how we appear to others. We are warm, we smile, we are polite, we are helpful, but deep down we sometimes choose who to be kind with or who to be warm with. Who do we help? We judge, we stereotype, and we categorize people in our hearts. We decide, okay, these people is worthy of help, these people are not worthy of help, and all that. So outward we look good, inward not so much. So here's the question, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ. If our insights were suddenly shown to the world, in if one day we appear inside out, if we are exposed one day, would we be recognizable? And Jesus reminds us today that the true cleanliness or true holiness starts inside. And the message today is, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, the outside is for the world, but the inside is where God lives. And that's the part we often forget, because even when we think we are alone, when our thoughts wander and our hearts darken, we are not really alone, because we are comfortable showing our outward appearance to people outside, and because we think people are watching. But we keep all those negative side inside, thinking there's nobody watching, because our negative thoughts are only there when we are alone. But we are not really alone. You know, you see, God said to Jeremiah, when we read in book of Jeremiah, we see God telling, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And in Gospel of John, Jesus tells Nathaniel, I saw you under the fig tree. So from the time we were formed in the womb, and throughout our lifetime, and also when we are alone, God is always present, even in our inner world. So if our outside is for people, our inside should be for God. So let's make sure, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, today let's make sure that what God sees in us, our thoughts, our hearts, our intention, is clean, sincere, and real. See, in today's gospel, Jesus challenges us not to live with two faces or with two identities one for the world and one for God. Outward goodness means nothing if the heart remains corrupted. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, for our outer image may impress people, but our inner truth is what God sees. Have a nice day. Thank you and God bless.